a great way to fill up your fly fishing library, and a bona fide online unboxing today on Casting Across. Hi, I'm Matthew of castingacross.com, where I explore the quarry and culture of fly fishing. I'm recording this video much later than I usually do. The shadows attest to that, but I've been walking around the city of Boston all day with my family, and we went into a number of used bookstores, and in a remarkable display of self-control, we did not spend any money. I did see some interesting fly fishing books, but the prices on them were such that I wanted to come home and do a little bit of research. I'm not so far from the city that I can't go back if something looked like a good buy. But that doesn't mean that there's not a used book for me today, because I like patronizing local used bookstores, but I also search online if I have a particular title in mind. And thrift books is a great way to find them, and you can utilize Amazon to get there, or their own website, or a number of other places on the internet. And I actually don't know what book this is, so we're going to open it. That may say something about how many books I order for fly fishing, for work, and for homeschooling for my family. So we'll go home and pop this open, and I guess this means I only have one take from this point out. Real quick, my wife got me this knife for Christmas. I think the brand is Civivi. It is definitely imported, but it is a fantastic little everyday carry knife. All right, so let's dive in and we'll see what book this is. I have an idea based on the size and a book that I have been looking at. We'll see if we can find out. So, yes, indeed. Okay, this is exciting. So one of the books that I read very, very early on in my fly fishing career, and one that I revisited over and over again, effectively as an education for fly fishing, was Tom Rosenbauer's The Orvis Fly Fishing Guide. Now, you might be saying, Matt, you don't have this book. And this is one of those books that I have had at some point in time, but I know I've given this book away to a number of people. Both this original edition, do you know how original this is? This is the picture of Mr. Rosenbauer on the back, if you can see that. This came out in, I believe, 1984. 1984, copyright Orvis Company. So the Orvis Fly Fishing Guide has been reprinted and updated a number of times. This is a first edition, if I'm not mistaken. And I wanted this particular edition, although I might have one of the newer ones kicking around here somewhere, because this is the copy, probably covered in plastic, that I remember reading at the library in Sterling, Virginia, that I remember referencing when I was in college and I was teaching fly fishing for the first time in Columbia, South Carolina. Those libraries had this book. Every library has this book, and I wanted this particular copy. And I think this says $5.99, and so there's a little bit of dust jacket wear, and I know everyone has different feelings about dust jackets, but I usually keep them on a lot of my nicer stuff. But again, for $5.99, the book itself is in fantastic condition. So one of the things that's going to happen if you order an older book, used book, is that you're going to probably not have the same volume of color photography. And if you order an older book where there's a newer edition, some of the information is going to be slightly outdated. I guarantee you from reading this before, some of the gear information from 1984 is different. Even some of the outlook on conservation, and even some techniques and strategies. Like, for example, Euro nymphing. You're not going to see it in here, but utilizing tight line techniques and tactics to fly fish for trout with nymphs is going to be in here. So $5.99. This is a great little grab for me for nostalgic purposes, but also because I just wanted a first edition of this book on my bookshelf. Like I began the video with, this is a great way for you to fill up your fly fishing library or any other library that you might have. It's a great way to keep things in circulation that have value. And there's always all sorts of surprises as to what you can find. Like I said, I have a couple more of these little green packages coming in the next few days, and I'm excited to see what comes out of them. So if you want more information about building out your fly fishing library, book reviews, etc., go to castingacross.com, where there's 3 posts a week on the people, places, and things that go into the pursuit of fish.